They sat in the polished oak conference room like vultures waiting for a carcass, my parents. The same people who left me at 13 with nothing but a torn duffel bag and a silent prayer that someone else would feed me. Now, 15 years later, they smirked across the table, certain millions were about to fall into their greedy hands. I didn't smile, I only watched, calm, waiting, because I knew what was written in that will, and I knew the color was about to drain from their faces. When they left me, it wasn't dramatic, no screaming, no long goodbye, just a car that never came back, a house key that no longer opened the door. I slept on a park bench for 2 nights before my uncle found me. He didn't ask why they did it. He didn't curse their names. He simply took me in. His house became mine. His table had a seat for me. For the first time in my life, someone looked at me as if I belonged. I called him uncle, but he was more than that. He was my savior. And my parents? They never called. Not once. The years with him rebuilt me. He was wealthy, yes, but what mattered more was the way he invested in me, not just his stocks. He taught me restraint, discipline, patience, how to wait for the right moment and strike when it mattered. Lessons they never imagined I was learning. Then one day they resurfaced. Not in person, no. First it was a holiday card, unsigned but obvious. Then a message dripping with false warmth. "We've been thinking about you. We miss you." Miss me? They missed the fortune they knew my uncle was sitting on. They smelled wealth like blood in the water. I didn't reply. I let them write, call, pretend. I watched from a distance, never answering, but I logged every word, every shallow attempt. Patience, my uncle had taught me, is sharper than any blade. And now here we were. The lawyer cleared his throat. My parents straightened their backs, smug. My father whispered something to my mother, both of them barely suppressing their grins. They thought it was their victory lap. The will was read. Yes, my uncle left behind millions. Yes, there were properties, investments, accounts, spread across continents. My parents leaned forward, hungry, as if tasting the wealth already. And then came the reveal. Every asset, every dollar, every key to every house, every password to every account was left to me. Only me. Not a penny, not a scrap of land, not even a watch for them. My father's smirk broke first. Then my mother's smile cracked, collapsing into disbelief. Their faces drained as the lawyer read the line my uncle had written himself. "To those who abandoned blood, you inherit nothing. My estate belongs to the one who stayed." I didn't move, didn't gloat. I let silence work its blade, slicing them open in front of the room. The lawyer slid the folder toward me. My inheritance. My name stamped on every page. I signed calmly, each stroke of the pen another nail in the coffin of their expectations. My mother's hand trembled as she reached for my arm. "We're family," she whispered. I turned, looked her dead in the eye, and said, "You remembered that too late." Her lips quivered, searching for a reply. None came. My uncle had prepared me for this moment, not just financially, but strategically. He made sure the estate was airtight, no contest, no loopholes. Every trust, every clause was written to lock them out permanently. They could hire lawyers, beg judges, waste their last dime in court. It wouldn't matter. My uncle had left no door for them to crawl through. He knew who they were, and he knew exactly what they deserved. As they sat frozen, pale and trembling in the conference room, I felt no pity. This was the justice years in the making. Not loud, not violent, just the clean, silent justice of a man who had seen through their lies long before I ever could. He had given me more than wealth. He had given me the sweetest revenge, the power to watch them starve on the outside while I thrived within the life they tried to deny me. When the papers were signed, I stood, smoothed my jacket, and walked past them. My father tried to speak, but the words died in his throat. My mother looked away, ashamed, or perhaps just defeated. I didn't wait to hear excuses. I walked out into the sun, the ocean breeze sharp against my face, and for the first time I felt the full weight of freedom. They abandoned me at 13. At 28, I abandoned them forever. And the victory wasn't in the millions I inherited. It was in the way their faces drained when they realized the fortune they expected would never, ever be theirs.